3 days after Rachel had her son, Daryl, he was diagnosed with cerebral palsy. Cerebral palsy, caused by abnormal brain development, is the most prevalent physical impairment in children, and it is estimated to affect 2 to 3.5 children in every 1,000 live births. Children with cerebral palsy have cognitive impairment, slurred speech, lack of muscle control, and sometimes lack of bowel control. In the case of Daryl, he is able to walk and he attempts to communicate.
Birthday, yeah. Who wants cookie? I should buy cake for you. Okay, you like the song? We'll buy cake for you, okay?
Rachel says her husband abandoned her and his son following the diagnosis.
I was actually wedded. He's my wedding baby. I was there and they brought the divorce. He promised that they told him to be settling, paying something at the end of the month for the and he does not. And when there was a baby, around 3 years thereabouts, at a point we were at home, we didn't eat for 2 days. So I thought of suicide. So I even went to buy mouse poison and I put it in water. And I said I was going to drink it and I'll give my son so that we will all just end it. The thought started coming that, are you going to kill this innocent child and kill yourself? All of a sudden, I don't know, I felt asleep, and by the time I woke up, I don't know whether my leg or my hand hits the medicine and it's poured away. It was difficult. Who would want to live and suffer without a man to support, without anybody to support, and then just you and your son?
Rachel has had to face stigmatization and discrimination from persons who do not understand why her son doesn't behave like other children. During the lockdown, she was sacked from her residence.
I don't know that if you are going to rent an apartment, you need to tell your landladies and landlords about your children, whether they have special needs. She didn't want us in her house.
After being sacked from her residence, Rachel had to move to this 1-bedroom apartment with her son. The 1-bedroom single apartment leaks with a door that can barely be called a security door. Daryl seems to have improved in his communication because here the children and the community welcome him.
What do you want to eat today? What? Indomie. Why? Unfortunately, he suffers from seizures most times. You might see his walking and you're like, oh, yours is better, but you have no idea. He gets frequent seizures and we have to always go to 37 Military Hospital for his treatment. And currently he's on medications as much as 1,002 every month. Immediately he gets a seizure, I just rush him to the hospital. Sometimes he scratches me and all that. So when he's scratching me, and then I make sure that he doesn't hurt anybody. Other than that, he will just bite or something. So I hold him. You want it like that. Sometimes it takes 4 days for him to come back. Other times it takes a week. But the last time it was just the grace of God. We nearly went to ICU because the seizures were not just aborted. So he spent almost 3 weeks. We're having a training. So my auntie will come and then take care of him in the day. Then I rush for my training and then I come back.
During a time like this, how do these mothers survive? Where is help going to come from?